Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another thrilling and exciting episode of the realistic, inimical, inimitable, insipid reading caravan of the world with bedtime stories for the baby show thing that this is. Today we're very informal. As we begin our show, we will discuss the phenomena of Sansar. Um, Yeah, so when uh, when you're getting ready to do your cinematic 3D recreations in Sansar, this is what you get when you come in. Okay, so you get this chat window, and the chat window it's on the graphics. You can't get rid of it. It's not a floating window, folks. Um, so you bought that really expensive graphics card, and we're gonna fill it up with this. And I'm sure you enjoy the effect of this wondrous. Okay, so I think it was Steven Spielberg or some of those big wigs that were saying that this is the future of filmmaking, and so this is the reality of what you're going to get. Okay, so also in addition to the chat window, we have this wonderful array of icons for controlling in Sansar that we get on the side there whenever we are making our video. Now the mouse I can't complain about because the mouse I think I could probably make it disappear with my screen capture functionality. But say I want to have my show, it's going to go like this. Um, I got to set up my shot. So I hit the F4 key and then I'm going to do a Sansar camera truck. Oh, uh, pardon me. Uh, yeah. So it kind of moves like that. Okay. Okay. So you hit the minus key a couple of times, it's going to go slower. Uh, my glasses. Okay. Now. Yeah. That's actually much better. I never moved it down that slow. Okay. Now the director said, okay, I need a long lens. Uh, you can't have that control is not exposed to you as a user. You have to be able to control Umbra, and you don't have that capability in here. So you're gonna have to accept. You need a wide lens. Oh, sorry. You gotta take what you can get. Okay, now let's see. Camera pan. Oh yeah. Uh, yeah. If you slow it down enough, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay, so here's where I bring up Stank. Stenka Razin. The Stank Razin. Ladies and gentlemen. You thought I was kidding. Okay. The cow says we need to know the tales of yore and times long gone before, that they might serve us as a warning to whoso wouldst be warned. We begin with the story of Stenka Razin. All right. So he was born Stepan Timofeyevich Razin in 1630 in the Tsardom of Russia, and he died horribly on the 16th of June 1671 at age 40 or 41 in Moscow. The cause of death was execution by dismemberment. Ah, he's known for leading an uprising against the Tsardom of Russia. Stepan Timofeyevich Razin, known as Stenka Razin, was a Cossack leader who led a major uprising against the nobility and Tsarist bureaucracy in southern Russia in 1670 and 1671. Early life. Razin's father, Timofey Razia, supposedly came from a suburb of Voronezh, a city near Russia's steppe frontier, called the Wild Fields. Razin's uncle and grandmother still lived in the village of New Usman or Usman Sobakina, 8 kilometers or 5 miles outside of Voronezh, until 1667. Who was his mother remains unknown. Historians do not have any reliable data. In one of the documents, he was mentioned as Tuma Cossack, which initially means half-blood. This word was used by Upper Cossacks as a derogatory nickname towards all Lower Cossacks, to which Stenka Razin belonged. So there's a hypothesis that his mother was a captured Turkish Turchanka or Crimean Tartar woman. Another hypothesis uses information about his godmother, whose name was Matrena Govaruka. According to tradition, a godmother should be related to a birth mother, and Stenka's godmother lived in the town of Tsarev Borisov in Sloboda, Ukraine. Thus, Stepan's mother could also be Ukrainian. He was first mentioned in the sources in 1652 when he asked for permission to go on a long-distance pilgrimage to the great Solovetsky Monastery on the White Sea for the benefit of his soul. We'll see what came of that. In 1661, he was mentioned as part of a diplomatic mission from the Don Cossacks to the Kalmyks. After that, all trace of him was lost for 6 years, when he appeared as the leader of a robber community established at Panshinskoye, among the marshes between the rivers Tishina and Ilovlya, whence he levied tribute from all vessels passing up and down the Volga. In 1665, his elder brother Ivan was executed by order of Yuri Dolgorukov for unauthorized departure from the war with the Poles. Long wars with Poland, 1654 to 1667, and Sweden in 1656 and 1658 put heavy burdens upon the people of Russia. Taxes increased as did conscription. Many peasants, hoping to escape these burdens, fled south and joined bands of Razin's marauding Cossacks. They were also joined by many others who were disaffected with the Russian government, including people of the lower classes, as well as representatives of non-Russian ethnic groups, such as Kalmyks, that were being oppressed at the time. Razin's first considerable exploit was to destroy the great naval convoy consisting of the treasury barges and the barges of the Patriarch and the wealthy merchants of Moscow. Razin sailed down the Volga with a fleet of 35 vessels, capturing the more important forts on his way and devastating the country. At the beginning of 1668, he defeated the voivoda Yakov Bezobrazov. Voivoda is the one that goes to fight, sent against him from Astrakhan in the spring, and in the spring embarked on a predatory expedition into Dagestan and Persia, which lasted for 18 months. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the next thrilling ending of the exciting termination of the inevitable, ebullient, inimicable, expedient, inept reading cow from another world with bedtime stories show thing that this is. Join us again next time. That's going to be tomorrow when we continue the Stenka Razin, Stenka Razin biography for your enjoyment and edification. Until then, goodbye.